to the next generation, and then it has got all the way down to us, and it's our turn to run the race. And you know, in America, in the past, it wasn't so hard running the race because we were, quote unquote, a Christian country.
Right.
But now we're living in a post-Christian society, a post-Christian society that is living in modernism, where anything that you want to do is okay as long as you don't hurt nobody. Do what you will, go where you want to go. But we can't live that way because the Bible says it is finished. All those dead works are finished, and we can't allow the world that we live in to change us. We can't shack up with no men. We can't smoke no crack. We got to, girls, ladies, we got to keep our legs closed. You hear me, men? You got to keep it in your drawers. You understand? I'm just talking real to you, because I don't want anybody to leave saying they ain't never had nobody to tell them that you should have sex until you get married. Because then when you start having all these babies running around here, and you have to walk with a limp, because you done got with somebody you thought was cute, and they was real cute too, wasn't it? You know, the Jack got y'all crazy looking. You better keep it in your pants. And you know what? Condoms don't work.
Amen.
Statistics will show you that the only way to remain healthy is to remain pure until you find a spouse that God gives you to marry, and then you marry them. And y'all get y'all's health, you know, get your health report, get your credit report, get your bank reports, get all those reports before you say I do, so you know what you're getting.
Yes.
And then you go on and do it like that. Now, it is finished. Jesus' death completed his earthly ministry and gave us three things that we need to wear like a mantle. First of all, it gave us access to God. Jesus' death gave us access to God. It gave us victory in life. And it gave us victory over sin. That's what Jesus' death did for us. It is finished. When he finished it, we had access. The veil of the temple, it tells us that in Matthew 27, the veil of the temple was rent from the top to the bottom, signifying that there was no longer a wall of separation between God and man. Now, those veils were handmade, hand-woven, and they were very thick. You couldn't cut them with a pair of scissors or a knife. So when they say that the veil was torn from the top to the bottom, it signifies that God did that thing. And that veil was covering the holies of holies, to where if you weren't a priest and you go into the holies of holies, you fall dead. And so you see, once the Israelites entered into captivity, and then they came out of captivity, and they were in that 400-year period between Malachi and Matthew, there really weren't any priests. And so they had no access to the holies of holies. Let's just get it real. But then God said, I'm going to have access with my people through my son. And so Jesus came and was obedient to the cross and did everything that he had to do. Now we have access. Are we using our access? Are we going in? Are you going in? Are you going in? Are you going in hard? I don't know about you, but I want to go in hard after him. Harder than I'm going right now. Right now I'm living weak, and then I'm wishy-washy and bipolar with it. We here trying to be real, ain't we? We trying to help each other to get where we need to be. I want more than what I have. I want to wake up and him whispering in my ear and I hear him. I don't want him having to holler at me to get my attention, knock me over 2x4, make me lose my job, lose my kids, lose my husband, lose my health, just so he don't have to put me in the hospital to get me to sit still so I can hear his voice. You hear me? I want all of him right now. So then, the last word, what did he say? Into your hands I commend my spirit. And I'm going to give it to you real quick because I don't want to hold you too long. When Jesus died, he suffered hours. How many hours was it? 3? How many? 6, 9? The 9th hour? You know? Longer than I could have stayed up there, right? So it's coming down to his last 2 words. He got 2 more sentences left in him. And he says, it is finished. And we've been studying that for 2,000 years. What did Jesus mean when he said it is finished? What does it mean? What does is mean? What does finish mean? And it keeps bringing it alive to generation after generation. And then he said, Father. So he's dying, he's suffocating, he's in pain, but he's not looking at his mama and saying, Mama, oh Mama, can you bring me some Tylenol, Mama? Can you help me out? You know how you do when you want your mama. If you had that kind of relationship with a mama, you want your mama. I still want my mama, and she's been dead since 2001. But not Jesus. He didn't cry for Mary. He said, Father, Father, Father. At the weakest point in his life, all he could do was focus on Father, Father,
Amen.
Father,
Amen.
Father. I had an uncle like that. His name was Uncle Ben. I went to see him before he passed away. And he was in a state of, he had some conditions, elderly conditions, and he couldn't talk, couldn't remember anything. And all he could say was Father, 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 Father. That's all he remembered in his last days. He didn't know who I was. He didn't know who his family was. But he knew Jesus. He knew the Father, Father, Father. So we need to be like that. That when everything is stripped away from us and we don't have anything left, all that needs to be left is Father, 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 Father. And how do we get there? We got to trust him. So Jesus showed us in that moment, Father, if I die, I will trust you.
Amen.
Though my breath is taken, I will trust you. Father, into your hands. Father, I fall back into your arms. I give myself to you, God. Into your hands. Into your hands. I commend. I give it over. I give my spirit over to you willingly.
Hallelujah.
That's what Jesus did. And we need to be that way. We need to be willing to give God whatever he requires. No matter how much it might hurt us. No matter how much pain we might have. How much we might love that thing. We have to give it over to God. So that in the end we can say, I commend my spirit over to you. Hallelujah. I want to go there as we close this out. I want to look at that. Luke 23:46. Hallelujah. As we close, I want to read that straight from my Bible. Yeah, it's a lot for a little baby to sit still that long. So y'all go easy on it. Jesus said, let the babies come unto me. Because in order for you to get in, you got to be just like them. You got to be able to call a spade a spade. And if a boy is a hard head, you got to be willing to say, that boy is a, what she say, knothead, hard head? You got to call a spade. And when Jesus had cried with a loud voice, he said, Father, into thy hands I commend my spirit. And having said thus, he gave up the ghost. He turned over his spirit to God. He trusted God to the very end. And he died in obedience to the cross of Calvary. And I want to leave you with that. And I want to encourage you that you too can trust God. You too can rely on God. You too can take Christ with you all the way to your cross at Calvary, to your last breath. When you're laying on your dying bed, you can open up your arms and say, Father, into your hands I commend my spirit. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Yes.
Hallelujah.
Yes.
Lord, we give you all the glory, Lord. Go ahead and start that last song.
Yes, Lord.
Play it low.
Yes.
Hallelujah. We give you all the glory today, God. We magnify your holy and your righteous name.